Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different than my normal crochet videos because I'm not going to just primarily work on this project. Currently, right now, it is March the 23rd, 2024. What's going to happen this year is I want to get into other hobbies, other things other than just crocheting. And I love crocheting, don't get me wrong, crocheting #1. I kind of want to get into miniatures. I kind of want to get back into sewing. I want to do some other projects so that way my channel is just not all about crocheting, even though y'all love my crocheting and I'm still gonna do crocheting. While I am working on other projects that's not a crochet project, I still want to crochet. During the day, I could be working on a miniature. I also want to start woodworking, like miniature woodworking, so not to think too extreme. But you know, during the day while I'm working on those projects, when I'm done and I'm in bed at like 6 p.m. because I'm 34 years old and I don't leave the house after 3 p.m. I still want a crochet project. I still want to do something. I don't want to just sit in bed and watch TV. I still want to work on something. I've decided that I'm going to work on a top-down sweater, which I have made one previously. I still want to document myself making this sweater, because what if this sweater turns out amazing and I want to show y'all it? I'll have the footage to do that. But this project is going to be kind of one of those ongoing projects that might take me a few months to make. Okay, listen. I had this whole plan that this project was going to take me a really long time to make because I thought I was going to be doing other things. It turns out I didn't do a lot of things and this project got done really fast. Yeah, I didn't think this project was going to come out as fast as it did. I thought it was going to take me a little bit, but here we are. About a month ago, one of my lovely viewers showed me this yarn here and told me that like I should buy it, and then I did. I bought 3 of them. I think I might only need 2. I never know if the pattern's telling me if I should have ribbing on the bottom and the trim and all that stuff, so I like to have multiples. I think 3 is a good number. If I have extra, maybe I'll make a matching bag or a matching hat. This is the Carry On Cloud Cakes by Yarnspiration. I did get it at Michael's. It is so soft and I've never worked with any yarn like this before. The color of this is called Sun Flare. Look at how beautiful that is. Now this sweater is giving more autumn vibes because this is a project that I'm not going to just get finished in a week. I mean, now that I'm saying I'm not going to finish in a week, I'll probably finish it in a week.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. Later that day, we set sail for America.
And then this video will just come out earlier than I expected. I'm not pressured into uploading this video right away. And sometimes when I do my crochet projects, that's a little bit of a problem where it's like, okay, you have to get this video on Sunday because you don't have anything else. Crochet like the wind. But this one, I can just take my good old time with and, you know, I'll get to it when I get to it. It is a medium 4-weight yarn. It wants me to use a 4.5 crochet hook and it is 100% polyester. I don't think I've ever just crocheted with 100% polyester. It's always been like 100% acrylic, or it was like 50% wool, 10% acrylic, 5% polyester. Those don't really add up to 100, but you get what I mean. Crocheting with just 100% polyester is going to be interesting, and we're going to see how that goes. And I just decided, you know what, I'm going to film this intro early on, and then that way whenever I want to work on this project, I can just work on the project and get it done when I want to get it done. I've been kind of working on this on and off more the beginning of last week. So now I'm gonna work on it a little bit more. This is the green one that I made, and I did not write down for some strange reason how many rows I went down until I started the arm. So I just had to write that down. I'm pretty sure they're like lining up. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thickness, I think. Also for this one here, what happened to my hook? It was right here, and then I lost it. Just look at Kotaro's pretty little face while I look for my crochet hook, which I'm always losing. Okay, so it's not in there, it's not there. I had heard something fall to the ground, and it was because this got hooked onto that sweater. When I threw that sweater over there, it also got thrown over there and got thrown on the floor. There it is. For this project here, I actually went back to my furls hook. Here's the thing. Personally, I like a tapered hook. Y'all know that. And I was going to use a tapered hook, but with this particular yarn, the way it's very soft, it kept sliding off my hook, like the roundness of the hook. It just wasn't working. And so I went back to this one, which is the inline hook. You can see how very sharp that edge is right there of that hook. Crochets like a breeze. Although, yes, tapered hook is my favorite. I have to say certain yarns work better with certain hooks. It is what it is. And, yeah, I'm glad I do have this one. In a perfect world, the tapered hook would also work really nice, but it was giving me too much hassle, so I just went back to this one here. Anyways, I'm just gonna continue this. Probably not gonna get too far. Again, this is not a project that I need to get done anytime soon. It's just I'm not working on anything, so I'm gonna work on this. I'm having Totoro model it for me right now. She's just trying it on. I think I'm 1 row away. Totoro, just settle down. Settle down. I am 1 row away from being done the top part until I have to connect the spot for the arms. I'm almost at the arms, which is fantastic. This project is actually going a lot faster than I thought. I thought it would take me a few months to get to here because I thought I would have another project, and I don't yet. So I might have this done sooner than I thought. Okay, so I'm just like quickly trying this on this morning. I'm like, what is it? What does it look like? I think I might be almost done it. I think I almost might be done it. I don't know. I think maybe like 1 more row and then some ribbing, but I kind of like it as a t-shirt. Like, is that weird that I kind of like it as a t-shirt? I think I need to put like a row or 2 more on here and like cuff it up. I don't know. Should I just like finish it as a sweater and then make a t-shirt version of this? I don't know. I really like it as a t-shirt, so I'm gonna have to think about it. I thought I was doing a pretty good job. You know, I was following the pattern for this because this yarn is very thin, and look at how thin this, don't mind my hands. Food coloring and it got on my hands. So now I look like I have frostbitten fingers. Do not fret. It's just some dye. Anywho, this video is going to go through a drastic turn because 1, I thought it was the same size as this. It's not. It's not. And so, I don't like it. I just think it's way too wide, and that's fine. Okay. That's fine. I've figured it out. I actually tried this on this morning and I had a revelation. I wasn't quite done the sleeves yet, but when I tried it on, as you saw, I kind of want to make a short sleeve top with this color because it's, first off, very 70s, very 80s. But I mean, the warmer weather's coming, and chances are of me wearing this, you know, a lot, not going to happen. I also bought 3 skeins or cakes or balls of yarn, and I still have like all of this. This is still the first one. And if I take this apart, I think that I might only need 1 skein of yarn. Kind of want to make it into a short sleeve top. With the dimensions of this, I really like the length of this and I like the width of this. This is way too wide. So I'm gonna have to take all of this off, probably some of these rows too. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm going to continue crocheting like a normal shirt, do the ribbing on the bottom, and then I'm gonna do some different type of ribbing on the sleeves. And you know what? If the short sleeve shirt just doesn't work out, then it's gonna be a sweater. So either way, I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna take it apart. I'm gonna redo it. Wish me luck. I'm working on this for what, 2 weeks now, on and off. So as you saw, I took the whole bottom off. That's fine. And I moved it up. There's 16 rows, I think 16 rows down. I originally had 19. I know there was like 3 extra rows, but it did make a difference. I tried it on. I knew I wanted to end it off on the yellow, so that's what I did. And now I'm just working on the body now. And I kind of rolled it up, not the greatest. It doesn't look like it did before. But now I know when I get to like where it's nice and neatly rolled up, like where it came from the factory, I know that I will be near the bottom of this sweater. I also really like this, and I kind of want to buy all the colors. I just want to see how far one of these cakes of yarn will take me. If it only takes me 1 cake of yarn to do the whole entire sweater, then I'll go out and I'll buy 2 more colors. If not, I might wait a bit. Totoro, ma'am. Okay, anyways, I finished the bottom. I'm actually really surprised that I was able to get it just yellow. I thought at one point it would have to stop and start going to orange. It didn't. Well, it's 2 different color yellows. I don't think it looks like it's 2 different color yellows. It's 2 different color yellows. This one's a little bit brighter and then this one's a little bit more darker. Totoro. I actually had this much left over, rolled it up, and I cut it because with the sleeve, as you can see, there's orange here. There's not orange here, but I want them to be the same. Luckily, the next color I need is the orange. And I think this orange will be enough for me to do both sleeves, because then it goes into like this darker, rustier orange. So if one side has a little bit more brighter orange than the other side, that's okay. They're both orange. This I could possibly used for miniatures. If you haven't watched it, I start making miniatures now. I made a couch so far. I am working on a house. It's getting there. But anyways, I'm like, this is like the perfect for like a little shag rug, you know what I mean? Or like a nice little blanket or maybe little pillows. So I'll definitely use this for something else. But now I'm gonna work on the sleeves. I think I'm gonna do maybe 2 more rows of orange. Not too sure yet. I gotta figure that out. But I wanna do some more orange and then I wanna do some ribbing. I think I want to bring it down just a little bit and then do ribbing on it. So is that okay, Totoro? I'm gonna need this back now. She's like literally sitting on the whole entire thing. Finished one whole sleeve. This is what it looks like. I did not do a lot of cinching in because I didn't want it to be too tight. If you do ribbing, I just did 2 skips and I did 5 crochets up, and that kind of gives me this. Whereas the bottom, I did 3. The bottom is like a little tight. It's just because there's like no stretch to it, and I guess I could have made it wider and put some elastic. That would have been a good idea. It's fine. You know, if I want to change it, I'll change it later. I still have a lot of this color left anyways. Moving on. I'm now on this arm and I am working the ribbing on here. I should have enough of the light colored orange to maybe finish. If not, it goes into the dark orange, which is this orange here, so it's not too bad. And then after that, I am going to be putting some elastic in the neck, and then that's that. This is like such a quick project. If I had not had to take the whole bottom part off, because I was down here, I was all the way at the end. If I didn't have to take all that off, I would have been done. If you think that you need to take something apart, just do it. Just do it. Finish the second sleeve, and right here you can see the color change. I was able to do the whole entire second sleeve, and right at the very end the color changed. I'm really happy with that. Not that like this color is bad, it's just I wanted it to be one solid color. Really got lucky with that, and now it is time to close up this. Well, not close it up, cinch it in a little bit so it's not so open. And I did this for my green sweater that I have, and I think it worked perfectly. Also, I still have this much yarn, plus I still have some of that yellow yarn that I had from the bottom. So close to being done this project. I'm so close, but I cannot find my sewing elastic anywhere. It's gone. It's just gone. And I used it like 2 weeks ago and I put it away somewhere thinking, yeah, I'll remember where I put this. No, I don't. I have no idea where it is. Like, I have no idea. Checked all the spots that it should be, like all my sewing baskets, anywhere that I sew, all my crocheting things. I don't know where it is. That's where I'm gonna leave it. So I went to Fabricland today and I got this. This is called knitting elastic, which is kind of exactly what I need, because the other one is called sewing elastic. I used sewing elastic at one point, and that's what I was going to use for this, because when I used it on my other crochet project, it worked fantastic, and so I was going to use it, but again, don't know where it is, and so I found this, and if you can see here, that's exactly what I need it for. And I'm like, you know what, I'll buy this, because knowing me, I'll buy the sewing elastic, the elastic that I really wanted, and then I will find it. So I'm like, you know what, I'll buy this, and when I eventually find my sewing elastic, I won't have 2 of them. I'll have a sewing elastic and I'll have a knitting elastic. That's where my mind went, and now I'm going to take a needle, which is somewhere right here. I'm gonna take a needle and I am going to thread the inside of this collar with this elastic, and we'll see how that goes. I've never used this elastic, so we'll see. And if I don't like it, hopefully I'll find my sewing elastic and I'll redo it. It's fine. This is what I'm gonna have to do now. When I do it with the first round, it kind of gives me like this lettucey kind of like shape. I'm gonna go around and do it one more time, halfway up. This stuff's okay. I would definitely prefer the sewing elastic. I just like the sewing elastic better. So I'm just gonna go around one more time and then this project will be done. I really like this. I think this is just so gosh darn cute. It's also really nice that I didn't have to like really do anything. Because, you know, when I make like these, I have to swap the colors, change the yarn, do all this stuff, whereas this, it just did it for me. So that was really nice. I'm really glad that I made it into a t-shirt. I think this t-shirt looks, well, it's not really a t-shirt, right? It's a short sleeve sweater, and I'm really glad I did this, because remember at the beginning of this video I'm like, oh, it might be today, it might be tomorrow,
Later that day,
because I was just like, you know what, I'll be done it maybe in the fall, I'll just take my time with it, and I finished it. But again, my whole idea was like, I was gonna, you know, if I wasn't working on a project, I was just gonna work on this, and then it turns out I wasn't working on a project for a while, so then I was just working on this, and I'm like, well, it's already done, why wait? I have only made, remember the green one I did? That was my first raglan top-down sweater, and so I was kind of basing this after that. use the same pattern. I will link the pattern below. I bought it on Etsy. The person who makes the pattern even has a YouTube tutorial that you can watch while you follow the pattern, which is great. With this, I thought, because the yarn is so thin, like it's so thin, that I thought it wouldn't be so oversized, and so I did the same measurements as the green one. Turns out this one was way too wide. This one here, I think came out to be like here. We're using the same amount of stitches and everything as the one I did previously. And so what ended up happening is when I tried it on just to like test it, see how it fit, I looked at it and I'm like, oh, this would actually look really good as a short sleeve. Only problem with the short sleeve thing is that since it was so wide here, the sleeve didn't start till down here and it was just this big opening here, and I just didn't like that. And that is why I took it apart. And you know what? When your gut says, take it apart, just do it. Just take it apart, because look at me. If I didn't take it apart, it wouldn't have fit me the way I wanted, and I might have just made a sweater, and with spring coming and yesterday was unseasonably warm out, I would not be able to wear it to the fall time. I also only used one skein of yarn for this entire thing. I still have this much left. Now, if I was going to make it into a long sleeve sweater, then yes, I would have needed 2. You know what I did yesterday? I bought 3 more of these bad boys because I want to make more. These will be what I wanted this to be, was just like a side project, and then eventually something would happen. But I decided to buy 3 more of these because I love them so much. So again, I would like to thank my lovely viewer Faith for letting me know that these exist, because now I'm obsessed with them and I just want to make them in every single color. And there's 2 other colors that I really want, but they didn't have them in stock in the Michaels that are near me, so I'm looking for them. I did find them today when I went to Michaels to buy yarn for another project, so now I have all the colors I wanted. Let me just show you the colors I ended up picking out for my future projects. Tidal Wave, Royal Treatment, Saltwater Taffy. So eventually I will be making those into here because these are so lightweight that I feel comfortable that I'll be able to wear them in the summertime. There's that. But anyways, back to this one. Really like these colors. I think these colors look so cute together. Oh, like, you know me. I love these colors so much. And the fact that I could just make it into a cute little t-shirt, absolutely love. Also, I love, the 80s. Fashion in the 80s. The pop culture in the 80s. Back when I was beginning my 80s phase in 2013, around that time, 2013, 2014, I was buying a lot of t-shirt sweaters that were from the 80s. And so I'm just like, wow, I can like crochet myself my own 80s t-shirt sweaters. That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, I think this looks really cute. So let's kind of go over a few things about it. First off, I thought that I had made the bottom ribbing too tight, and like there isn't a lot of stretch in it, but I think if I would have made it way too loose, it would have like flared out like way too much in the back, and that's not really what I'm going for. So I'm glad I did that. If you're familiar with ribbing, I did 3 skips between each one of the ribs, and for the arms I probably could have also done 3 skips, but I did 2, so it didn't really tighten it in. But I didn't really want the cuffs, or I didn't really want the sleeves here to be too tight and restricting, so I think it's great. This yarn itself is so nice and light and flowy, and it's so soft. Like, it's so soft. That was another reason why I wanted to buy more of these colors. I also will probably be making a sweater just like this for the fall time, when that kind of comes, because I still have 2 of these. I had originally bought 2, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll need 2. And then I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna need a 3rd one, because no matter how many projects I make, still can't figure out how much yarn I need for a project, because I freak out and I just buy way too much. But now I have 2 more of these, so I can make a whole sweater out of it. How long did this take me? I'm also factoring in the time that I made it all the way to the bottom and realized I didn't like it, and then took it all the way up here again. 17 hours. It wouldn't have taken me 17 hours to do had I not went down and then went back up. Let's just be generous and say about 12 hours to make this. And when I make another one, I'll add up the time properly for that. The other thing is the collar. I actually think it's okay. I don't really know the measurements. I just kind of like pulled it a little bit and then put it on top of my head and figured it out that way. I think it is a little bit like wavy just because of the material it is. When I did my other green sweater, it wasn't so wavy. Let me just get it so that way you can understand what I'm talking about. This here, right? It's a little wavy, but when I put it on, the waves kind of go away, and I don't know if that has to do with the yarn or the fact that I couldn't find the elastic that I wanted to use for this. This elastic's fine. I don't know how I feel about it because it is so thin, and you know when you tie knots with this like elasticy kind of cord, sometimes it just wants to undo itself. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll find my other elastic soon, and if this comes off, I'll just repair it with the other elastic. This was not in here. I looked in here. And this was upside down, and you know what I think? I think it's because I never leave anything in the packaging. I always just take it out, so I didn't think I was smart enough to put something in the packaging back, but no, I did, and here it is. It's fine. The project's done now. All right, so you know, it's summer and spring is coming up, at least where I am in the northern hemisphere, and you want to make yourself a cute little short sleeve sweater. I definitely suggest this yarn. I had a really fun time crocheting with it. It's very soft. I really like it. It was really easy to crochet with, and it's very lightweight, because sometimes when I see like fuzzy kind of yarn, I'm like, how hot is that going to be for me to wear? As of right now, I have not traveled outside, but being in the house, I think it's pretty okay. Really enjoyed making this. I thought it was going to be a sweater, and then I didn't make a sweater, so here we are with this. Oh my goodness, it looks exactly like that shirt. Okay, this one here I actually bought for a Joyce cosplay for Stranger Things in like 2016 or 2017. This is like a heavier sweater kind of t-shirt. Yeah, I understand why I made this now. But anyways, I think that does it for this video. If you're new to my channel, like sewing, thrifting, crafting, and of course crocheting, why not hit the subscribe button? You can follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok, and of course my Patreon, where I do post patterns that I make from Crochet Works. Not this one because I didn't come up with the pattern, but the pattern will be listed in the description below. So I think that's it. So y'all have a good day now.